Sada će na pozornicu doći naš poseban gost. Rođen je u Grčkoj. Diplomirao je menadžment i kompjuterske znanosti. Nakon studija proveo je 2 godine kao časnik u posebnim postrojbama grčke vojske. Nakon toga je otišao u Ameriku gdje je doktorirao kompjuterske znanosti. U kontaktu sa NV-om i sa Networkom 21 došao je za vrijeme dok je bio u Americi. Samo 2 ispita prije kraja studija odlučio se vratiti u Grčku, započeti svoj vlastiti privatni biznis. Safir je postao za 19 mjeseci, a smaragd u ljeto 1999. godine. Ja vas molim da velikim pljeskom pozdravite našeg cijenjenog gosta Emeralda iz Grčke, Vangelisa Stravoudakisa. Dobar dan!
Hvala! Hvala za dobrodošlicu! Hvala! Molim, sjedite! Hvala! Hvala za poziv u vaša prelijepu državu. That's all the Croatian I know.
To je sve što znam hrvatskog.
I wish I could speak in Croatian.
Želio bi da znam govoriti na hrvatskom,
I'll learn the language.
ali naučit ću ja jezik.
Eventually, sometime. I have a lot of languages I need to learn.
I jednom, još imam puno jezika koje moram naučiti.
Thank you so much for inviting me in your country.
Puno vam hvala što ste me pozvali u vašu državu.
Thank you so much for inviting me in this BBS.
Puno vam hvala što ste me pozvali na ovaj BBS.
I get more vision than that you are getting.
Dobio sam više vizije nego što ćete vi dobiti.
Vision for my country as well.
Viziju za moju državu također.
Vision from your emeralds and your diamonds.
Viziju od vaših smaragda i dijamanata.
And I wish that we would have the opportunity in very few years
I želio bi da imamo mogućnost za nekoliko godina
to invite your leaders or even you
da pozovemo vaše lidere ili čak vas
to stadiums such as this in Hellas.
na ovakav jedan stadion u Grčkoj.
So I bring my greetings from Hellas,
Tako donosim vam pozdrave iz Grčke,
from N21.
od Networka 21.
I also bring my greetings from my family.
Također vam donosim pozdrave od moje familije.
My wife Joanne,
Moje žene Joanne,
my little boy Vasilakis, he's 16 months old,
mojeg malog sina 16 mjeseci je star Vasilakisa
and my unborn son most probably,
i mog nerođenog najvjerovatnije sina
Konstantinos.
Konstantinosa.
He's 9 weeks old.
On je star 9 tjedana.
Yes, we've just started
Tek sam
on our
počeli.
second. My youngest son, Vasilakis,
Moj najmlađi sin Vasilakis
has 15 teeth.
ima 15 zubi.
He has a triple diamond mouth.
Ima usta trostrukog dijamanta.
In this first part,
U ovom prvom dijelu
they have asked me to share my story,
zamolili su me da podijelim s vama moju priču,
or at least part of my story.
ili barem dio moje priče.
And in the second part, I'm going to talk about some arguments about our business.
A u drugom poslu govorit ću o nekim argumentima vezano za ovaj posao.
But in this part, I want you to get to know me better.
Ali u ovom dijelu želim da me malo bolje upoznate.
My name, as you heard, is Vangelis Stravoudakis.
Kao što ste čuli, zovem se Vangelis Stravoudakis.
Don't worry if you can't say my name.
Nemojte se brinuti ako ne možete izgovoriti moje ime.
Most in Hellas, they don't pronounce my name correctly.
Čak većina ljudi u Grčkoj ne mogu izgovoriti moje
It's
ime.
difficult for my people as well.
Teško je i za moje ljude.
Okay, now how did I get started in the business?
Ok, kako sam ja počeo sa ovim poslom?
I come from a family.
Dolazim iz familije.
My father he had his own company.
Moj otac je imao svoju vlastitu kompaniju
He had a printing company.
koja se bavila tiskanjem.
He had more than 100 employees.
Imao je više od 100 zaposlenih.
He was very well off.
Bio je vrlo dobro novčano situiran.
We were both of the brothers. We were very spoiled.
Oba brata bili smo razmaženi.
I was driving from a very early age my own Jeep.
Od vrlo rane dobi vozio sam svog vlastitog džipa.
I attended a private university.
Išao sam na privatni fakultet.
And everybody thought that we were nice. It was very nice. It was a very nice life.
I svi smo mislili da smo vrlo fini, da imamo vrlo lijep život.
And everybody thought that my future was set.
I svi su mislili da je moja budućnost bila postavljena.
I was to follow my father's business.
Da trebam slijediti očeve stope, njegovog posla.
To take it from where he left it and move on.
Da nastavim tamo gdje je on završio, da ja nastavim sa biznisom.
Everybody thought like that,
Svi su to mislili,
except my father.
osim mog oca.
My father,
Moj otac,
he was a prisoner.
on je bio zatvorenik.
He used to say to me,
Znao mi je reći,
my son,
sine moj,
I live in a golden jail.
ja ti živim u zlatnom zatvoru.
Everybody else
Svi ostali
focuses on the golden,
se fokusiraju na zlato,
but I live in the jail.
ali ja živim u zatvoru.
I remember that we've spent 13 years
Sjećam se da smo proveli 13 godina
going on vacation
tako da smo išli na odmor
on the same place.
na isto mjesto.
Why?
Zašto?
Because my father wanted to be close to where we were vacationing.
Zato što je moj otac želio biti blizu mjesta odmora.
For 20 years he didn't take any holidays.
20 godina nije uopće išao na odmor.
So all he could do is go for the weekends to where we were.
Tako da sve što je mogao je preko vikenda doći na mjesto gdje smo mi bili na odmoru.
So when I decided to do my masters in the US,
Tako da kad sam odlučio završiti fakultet u Americi,
we made a deal.
dogovorili smo se.
He told me that I should search
On mi je rekao da ja trebam potražiti
for something pioneering
nešto pionirsko, novo,
that I would bring back to Hellas,
koje ću vratiti nazad u Grčku
and I would be able
i to će mi omogućiti
to have both time and money,
da imam oba dvoje, i vrijeme i novac,
because he didn't have both.
zato što on nije imao oboje.
So on the last semester,
Tako da zadnji semestar,
before I finished my masters,
prije nego što sam diplomirao,
I went back to the US looking.
sam otišao u Ameriku tražeći.
My antennas were up.
Moje antene su bile uzdignute,
So I was looking for something.
tražio sam nešto.
Actually, with one of my friends, Thanasis,
U biti jedan od mojih prijatelja, Thanasis,
we decided that would start our own business when I would come back to Hellas.
odlučili smo nas dvojica da ćemo početi svoj vlastiti posao kada se ja vratim u Grčku.
So one time, I remember one morning,
Tako da sjećam se jednog jutra,
I decided to go to the library to study.
odlučio sam otići u knjižnicu da bi učio.
So I went there,
I tako, otišao sam
and
tamo
I found a friend of mine. He was talking with someone.
i pronašao sam svog prijatelja, on je s nekim razgovarao.
And he said, "Oh, Vangelis, let me introduce you.
O, Vangelis, dopusti da te upoznam.
This is Lam, this is Vangelis."
Ovo je Lama, ovo je Vangelis.
"Oh, hi, how are you?"
O, Bog, kako si?
He understood that my accent was not American.
On je shvatio da moj naglasak nije američki
And he said, "Where are you from?"
i rekao je, otkud si ti?
I say, "I'm from Hellas."
Ja sam rekao, ja sam iz Grčke.
"Really?
Stvarno?
Wow, great, absolutely fantastic. You
O,
can't
super,
imagine.
ovo je fantastično, ne mogu si zamisliti.
This is unbelievable.
Ovo je nevjerojatno.
I have something to share with you."
Imam nešto što ću
Oh,
podijeliti
thank
s tobom.
you, God.
O, hvala
Yes.
ti Bože, to.
I was like, "Ugh,
Ja sam pomislio,
what is this guy?"
šta je s ovim tipom?
He was very enthusiastic.
Bio je vrlo entuzijastičan.
I said, "Calm down,
Rekao
okay.
sam, smiri se, u redu.
I am from Hellas. Are you sure you know where this place is?"
Ja sam iz Grčke, jesi ti siguran da znaš ti gdje je to?
And he said, "It's unbelievable. I have something to share with you."
On je rekao, to je nevjerojatno, ja imam nešto što želim podijeliti s tobom.
After about an hour,
Nakon otprilike sat vremena,
we tried to calm him down.
pokušavali smo ga smiriti.
He told me
On mi je rekao
that he had a business of his own,
da ima svoj vlastiti posao
that he was operating in the US,
koji funkcionira u Americi, operira u Americi,
and he wanted to expand it into Hellas.
ali ga želi proširiti na Grčku
And he was looking for partners.
i traži partnere.
I thought,
Ja sam si mislio,
you wish you had a business,
ti bi želio da imaš posao
and you wish I would work for you.
i želio bi da ja radim za tebe.
He was 22 years old and pre-med student, medicine student.
Imao je 22 godine i bio je student medicine.
I was in computers,
A ja sam se bavio kompjuterima.
nothing in common.
Nemamo ništa zajedničko.
But, he was so enthusiastic.
A on je bio tako entuzijastičan.
I wanted to find out why he was
Želio
like
sam saznati
crazy.
zašto je on bio tak kao da je lud.
So he told me, listen, give me your address,
I tako mi je rekao, slušaj,
Give me-
daj mi svoju adresu,
give me your phone number,
daj mi svoj telefonski broj
and let's meet at the library.
i naći ćemo se u knjižnici.
Yeah, sure.
Da,
When?
okej. Kad?
Monday so and so.
Ponedjeljak, tad i tad.
Okay, bye.
Okej,
I left. I never went to the meeting
Otišao sam, nikad nisam otišao na taj susret,
because I didn't believe this guy.
zato što mu nisam vjerovao.
And you know, sometimes we all make this mistake.
Znate da ponekad svi radimo tu grešku,
We say something to people without that something matches us.
kažemo nešto ljudima što se ne može poklopiti baš sa nama,
So we say something that is not according to the way we look to other people.
tako da kažemo ljudima nešto što se ne može se poistovjetiti s drugim ljudima.
He was a 22-year-old pre-med student.
Imao je 22 godine, bio je
It
student
was very
medicine.
difficult for me to believe that he had a business and he wanted to work with me.
I meni je bilo vrlo teško povjerovati da on ima posao koji bi želio podijeliti sa mnom.
It would be much better if he told me that, you know, I know some people that are expanding their business into Hellas.
Puno bi bilo bolje da mi je rekao da poznaje neke ljude koji imaju svoj vlastiti posao kojeg šire na Grčku.
And I want to bring you in contact with them.
I želio bi tebe upoznati sa njima.
So that would be much better.
To bi bilo puno bolje.
So remember that every time we contact some people, remember that we know our lines, we know what to say.
Tako da zapamtite, svaki put kad kontaktiramo ljude moramo točno znati što ćemo im reći.
And it should be something that matches our character
I to treba biti nešto što će se poklopiti s našim karakterom,
and something that matches our profession.
što će se poklopiti sa našom profesijom.
So anyway, I didn't go to the meeting,
I tako, u svakom slučaju nisam otišao na
but
sastanak,
one day as I was coming back to my hotel, to my room,
ali jednog dana kad sam se vraćao u svoju sobu,
I found a tape, a videotape,
pronašao sam videokazetu.
The Hidden Treasure.
Skriveno blago.
It had a post-it on it
Imala je naljepnicu na sebi
and it said, take a look at it, lamb.
i pisalo je pogledaj.
I said, okay. You know, I was very curious to see why he was so excited.
Rekao sam, ok, znate, bio sam vrlo
I
znatiželjan
get-
da saznam zašto je on tako entuzijastičan.
I get the videotape out,
Izvadio sam videokazetu,
I put in the video,
stavio sam ju u video
and I sit down to watch the video.
i sjeo sam da pogledam video.
Why was he so excited?
Zašto je bio tako uzbuđen?
So, do you know what I saw?
I znate li što sam vidio?
I saw some Americans
Vidio sam neke
in
Amerikance
Hawaiian clothes.
u havajskoj odjeći,
There was a one with a horse.
bio je jedan s konjem.
This business has changed my life.
Ovaj biznis je promijenio moj život.
Now I have the time and money to enjoy my life.
Sada imam novac i vrijeme da uživam u svom životu.
You can do it too.
I ti to možeš.
There was another guy.
Bio je drugi tip,
He was playing golf.
on je igrao golf.
He was wearing his cap.
Imao je kapu.
This business has changed my life.
Ovaj biznis je promijenio moj život.
You can do it too.
I ti to možeš.
There were some other guys with jet skis, playing with jet skis and, you know, cruising, and I was like, what is this business?
Još su bili neki drugi tipovi koji su se
I
vozili
didn't
na svojim
understand a thing.
glisterima i mislio sam, pa šta je ovo, kakav je ovo
I
posao, ja
watched from
ništa
the
ne
beginning till
razumijem.
the end,
Pogledao sam kazetu od početka do kraja,
nothing.
niš.
So, you know, after a while, Lam calls me.
I tako nakon nekog vremena,
I answer the phone.
moja žena me nazove, javim
Hi,
se.
this is Lam. Did you watch the tape?
I moj prijatelj me nazove, kaže, ovdje je Lam. Kaže, jesi pogledao video kazetu?
Yes.
Da.
Now, do you understand why I'm so excited?
I evo sad shvaćaš zašto sam tako oduševljen?
No.
Ne.
That's why we need to meet.
Pa zato se trebamo naći.
That's why we need to talk.
Zato trebamo razgovarati.
Now, of course, I didn't know
Naravno, ja nisam znao
that the tapes are designed this way
da su kazete smišljene na taj način,
so that you don't understand anything.
tako da ništa ne shvatiš.
And you ask, what is this business?
I onda moraš pitat po čem se tu radi.
We booked a meeting,
Tako da smo dogovorili sastanak
and he was coming to show me the business.
i on je došao da mi pokaže posao.
And, you know, as I was waiting,
I čekao sam.
one of my friends, Patty,
Jedan od mojih prijatelja je imao zabavu.
was sitting there with me,
Sjedio je tamo pored mene, sa mnom,
and I told her,
i rekao sam joj, znači prijateljica.
Pati, listen,
Aha, ona se zove Parti. Kaže, Parti, slušaj,
someone is coming and we're going to talk business.
netko će doći i razgovarat ćemo se o poslu.
You know, men stuff.
Znate, muško.
You go upstairs, okay.
Mi ćemo ići gore.
We men are going to talk business.
Mi muškarci ćemo razgovarati o poslu.
So she left.
I tako ona je otišla.
So Lan comes
I sad došao je Lan
and he starts showing me the business.
i počeo mi je pokazivati posao.
2 to 5 years time and the economical freedom.
2 do 5 godina, vrijeme i ekonomska sloboda.
You know, this is you.
Znaš, ovo si ti,
This is another 6.
ovdje je drugih 6
And you consume
i svi trošite
100 points.
100 bodova.
Then you are free.
I onda si slobodan.
You're a diamond.
Ti si dijamant.
You can be traveling all over the world,
Možeš putovati po cijelom svijetu.
talking to thousands of people.
Razgovarati s tisućama ljudi.
I was like, what is he talking about?
Ja sam gledao, po čem ti pričaš?
Yes, you will have financial independence.
Da, imat ćeš financijsku neovisnost.
And the name of the company
A ime kompanije
is Amway.
je Amway. Ko?
Amway, it's a multi-billion, multinational company.
Amway, to je multinacionalna, multimilionska kompanija.
Okay.
Ok,
I was very, very negative.
bio sam vrlo negativan.
But you know what was telling me
Ali znate, ono što mi je govorio,
made sense.
imalo je smisla.
Logically, something like that would work.
Logički, nešto tako funkcioniralo bi.
it could be what I was searching for.
Što znači da je možda to ono što ja tražim.
I wanted more information.
I zato sam želio više informacija.
So he said, I'm going to leave you some materials to study.
Tako da je on rekao, evo ostavit ću ti neke materijale da ti to proučiš.
Yes, please.
Ok, da,
problem.
možete, nema problema.
And then he left.
I onda je on otišao.
I went to the door,
Došao sam do vrata,
by Lam,
bok, lam,
closed the door,
zatvorio vrata,
opened the materials,
otrčao do materijala,
and starting designing my group.
počeo sam dizajnirati svoju grupu.
This thing works.
Ova stvar funkcionira.
It could be what I was looking for.
Možda je to ono što ja tražim.
Yes, financial freedom.
Da, financijska sloboda.
This could be the answer.
To je možda odgovor.
And Amway, it's a multi-billion, multinational company.
To je multinacionalna, multimilionska kompanija.
Yes, I can do it.
To, ja to mogu uraditi.
I was very excited.
Bio sam vrlo uzbuđen.
Then the door knocks.
Onda neko pokuca na vrata.
Well, actually, the door doesn't knock, but someone was knocking on the door. But anyway.
U biti vrata ne kucaju, već je netko pokucao na vrata.
So, Pati comes in.
Dolazi Parti.
So, did you have your business meeting?
Jeste imao svoj poslovni sastanak?
Yes, absolutely. This is
Da,
exciting.
da,
Wow.
apsolutno, ovo je uzbudljivo.
In 2 to 5 years, I'll be financially free.
U 2 do 5 godina bit ću financijski slobodan.
I have time independence.
Imat ću vremensku neovisnost.
Absolutely great.
Apsolutno fantastično.
Oh, really?
O, stvarno.
Yes, you know, this
Da,
is you,
ovo si ti
and this is the business.
i ovo je posao.
Oh, wow, that sounds really exciting.
O, da, to zvuči stvarno uzbuđujuće.
And what is the name of the company?
I kako se zove kompanija?
Oh, the name of the company, it is Amway. It's a multi-billion, multinational company.
O, ime firme Amway, to je multimilionska, multinacionalna kompanija.
Amway?
Amway.
I know Amway. Oh, that was it.
Znam ja Amway, a to je.
What do you mean you know Amway?
Kako misliš znaš Amway?
Oh, come on, that doesn't work.
A daj, to ne funkcionira. Da.
And I thought you had something serious to
Ja
say.
sam mislio ti meni nešto ozbiljno.
My parents did Amway 20 years
A
ago.
to su moji roditelji prije 20
They
godina.
didn't make any
radili.
money.
Nisu ništa radili.
Now, I knew her parents,
Ja sam poznao njene roditelje
and I respected her parents.
i poštovao sam njene roditelje.
They were both professionals,
Oboje su bili profesionalci,
very successful in what they were doing.
vrlo uspješni u onom što su radili.
And you know, the fact that she told me that they failed
I činjenica da mi ona rekla da oni nisu uspjeli,
actually destroyed all my dreams.
u biti mi je uništila sve moje snove.
I was very disappointed.
Bio sam vrlo razočaran.
She told me that they tried 20 years ago.
I rekla mi je da su to pokušali prije 20 godina,
They didn't make a dime and they quit.
da nisu ni novčića zaradili i da su odustali.
So that was it.
I to je bilo to.
I closed the folder.
Zatvorio sam
put it away,
sve te stvari,
and
ostavio sa strane
I decided that wasn't what I was looking for.
i odlučio sam da to nije ono što sam ja tražio.
When Lam called me to confirm the follow-up,
Kad me Lam nazvao da potvrdi follow-up,
I said, listen, Lam, I don't want to do it.
rekao sam, slušaj Lam, ja to ipak ne bi radio.
Forget it.
Zaboravi.
I don't want to even listen about it.
Ne želim čak ni slušati o tom.
And that could be the end of my story.
I to je mogao biti kraj moje priče.
That could be it. I wouldn't be standing here.
To je mogao biti kraj, ja ne bi stajao danas ovdje.
Since then, nobody told me about Amway.
Od onda nitko mi nije govorio o N21,
Nobody mentioned N21 or network marketing.
nitko mi nije spomenuo N21 niti mrežni marketing.
That could be the end.
To je mogao biti kraj.
But you know, I owe a lot to my sponsor.
Ali znate šta, dugujem jako puno toga svom sponzoru.
Because then he didn't quit.
Zato što u tom trenutku on nije odustao.
He said, listen, tell me, why don't you want to listen about it?
Rekao mi je, slušaj, zašto ti ne želiš čuti
I said,
nešto
listen,
više o tom?
I talked with a friend of mine.
Rekao je, slušaj, ja sam razgovarao sa svojim
She
prijateljem
told me that her parents did it 20 years ago and they didn't make a dime and they quit.
i rekla mi je da njeni roditelji nisu zaradili ni novčića prije 20 godina i da su odustali.
And then he said this,
I onda je rekao ovo,
listen,
slušaj,
a lot of people go to the university,
puno ljudi odlazi na fakultet,
some people drop out,
neki odustanu,
some people finish,
neki završe,
some people finish with honors,
neki završe jako dobro.
with distinction. They take special prize.
Da, oni
Very
moraju platiti visoku cijenu da bi završili fakultet.
That's not the fault of the university.
To nije greška fakulteta,
All of them have the same teachers,
svi imaju iste profesore,
the same books,
iste knjige,
the same lectures.
iste vježbe.
So if somebody failed,
I sad, ako netko nije uspio,
it doesn't mean that you will fail as well.
to ne znači da isto tako ti nećeš uspjeti.
Yes.
Da.
Now, if they failed, it doesn't mean that I will fail.
To ako oni ne uspiju, to ne znači da i ja neću uspjeti.
Maybe they didn't try as hard as I will.
Možda oni nisu pokušali tako kako ću i ja pokušati.
They're not as enthusiastic as I am.
Nisu tako entuzijastični kao što sam ja.
Or maybe they were not as teachable as I am.
Ili možda nisu bili tako učljivi kao što sam ja.
So immediately at that moment,
Tako, tog trenutka,
my whole theory changed.
moja cijela teorija se promijenila.
I said, listen, come over
Rekao sam, slušaj, dođi
and let's talk.
i ajmo razgovarati.
But in my mind, I said this.
Ali u svojoj glavi sam rekao ovo.
I'll sign up
Upisat ću se
and I'll search it from the inside
i istražit ću posao iznutra.
to make sure that my decision is the right one.
Tako da se uvjerim da je moja odluka prava.
I don't want to not to do something
Ne želim da ne bi nešto uradio
if I haven't searched for it first.
ako prvo to nisam istražio.
So he came over,
I tako on je došao,
I signed up on the spot.
ja sam se upisao na licu mjesta.
Now, what is the moral of the story?
I sad, koja je poanta priče?
If he had said,
Da je on bio rekao,
oh, you don't want to listen about it?
a ti ne želiš slušati o tom,
Okay, I'll just forget it.
ok, onda ću ja zaboraviti na to.
He would have lost an emerald,
Izgubio bi smaragda,
future diamond,
budućeg dijamanta,
and
i
I would have lost the opportunity of my life.
ja bi izgubio mogućnost svog života.
And the exact same power
I točno ista snaga
you all have in your hands.
koju svi vi imate u svojim rukama.
The next person who will tell you, I don't want to know anything about it,
Sljedeća osoba koja vam kaže ne želim čuti ništa više o tom poslu,
and you don't know what to say to him,
a vi ne znate šta bi mu rekli,
it could be one of your emeralds.
to bi mogao biti jedan od vaših smaragda.
It could be one of the persons that will thank you in the future for changing his life.
To bi mogla biti jedna od osoba koja će vam u budućnosti se zahvaliti za to što ste mu pružili mogućnost.
So you have a very big responsibility in your hands.
Tako da imate vrlo veliku odgovornost u svojim rukama.
A very big responsibility by knowing about this business.
Vrlo veliku odgovornost zbog toga što znate za ovaj posao.
So I started the business.
I tako, počeo sam posao i,
I said, okay, let's do some meetings.
i rekao sam, ok, ajmo napraviti par planova.
He said, okay, if you want to have 10 people in your living room.
Rekao je, ok, ako želiš ima 10 ljudi u svojoj dnevnoj sobi,
It wasn't exactly a living room, it was a very small efficiency apartment.
nije baš bila dnevna soba, više je bio kao jedan mali apartman.
Actually, it was smaller than this area.
U biti bilo je manje od ovog područja bine.
With the kitchen, with tables, everything.
Zajedno sa kuhinjom i sa stolovima i sa
Smaller.
svim. Manje.
I decided to call.
Odlučio sam nazvati.
They told me you need, if you want 10, you need to invite 20.
Rekli su mi ako želiš ima 10, trebaš ih pozvati 20.
Okay, I'll invite 20.
Ok, pozvat ću ja 20.
20 came.
20 ih je došlo.
100% success.
100% uspjeh.
So my sponsors came.
I tako je moj sponsor došao.
They showed the plan.
Oni su vidjeli plan.
Everybody was squeezed.
Svi su se stisnuli.
A lot of enthusiasm.
Volim entuzijazam.
After the end of the plan,
Nakon kraja plana,
I offered everybody pizza.
svima sam ponudio picu.
They ate the pizza
Pojeli su picu
and they left.
i otišli su.
Nobody's got started.
Nitko nije započeo.
Actually, I had a friend of mine
U biti imao sam prijatelja
who was a doctor,
koji je bio doktor
and he came by and he took me like this.
i došao je i primio me onak
He
za
got me
rame.
out of my apartment so that my sponsors wouldn't listen to him.
Da, izvukao me van iz apartmana tako da sponsor moj ne bi čuo šta će mi on reći.
I said, listen, Vangelis,
I rekao je, slušaj Vangelis,
you are a scientist.
ti si znanstvenik.
You don't want to go back to Hellas to sell American products.
Ti ne želiš se vratiti nazad u Grčku da prodaješ američke proizvode.
You have studied, you have spent thousands of dollars and
Ti si studirao, potrošio si $1000
and years of your time
i godine svog vremena
to get your degree.
tako da bi dobio svoju diplomu.
You can't go back to Hellas and sell products.
A ne možeš se sad nazad vratiti u Grčku i prodavati proizvode.
Soap and detergents?
Sapuni, deterdžente.
I said to him, listen, you haven't understood the business at all.
I ja sam mu rekao, slušaj, ti uopće nisi razumio posao.
But anyway, take some info, take the info pack
Ali u svakom slučaju uzmi si info paket
and we will talk.
i razgovarat ćemo.
That was it. That was my first plan.
I to je bilo to je bio moj prvi plan.
Second plan.
Drugi plan.
Now, I was smarter the second time.
Drugi put sam bio pametniji.
When I invite, I have 100% success.
Kad ja zovem ljude, meni dolaze svi.
So if I want 10 people in my living room,
Tako da ako želim 10 ljudi u svojoj dnevnoj sobi,
I will invite 10,
pozvat ću 10.
right?
Jel tako?
So I invite 10.
I tako se ja pozvao 10.
Nobody came.
Nitko nije došao.
I don't get it.
Niš mi nije bilo jasno.
Ovdje strana A završava. Molimo, okrenite kazetu.
There, you know,
Sjedim tamo, gledam na sat.
this can't be happening to me.
Ovo se meni ne događa. To nije
How many
moguće.
did you invite?
Koliko si ih pozvao?
I invited 10.
Pozvao sam 10.
After an hour and a half,
Nakon sat i pol,
we were talking with my sponsors,
sponzor i ja smo razgovarali
and 2 of my friends came by accident.
i 2 moja prijatelja su slučajno navratila.
So I said, sit down.
Tako da sam rekao, sjednite,
You listen something very interesting.
sad ćete čuti nešto vrlo interesantno.
I called Patty,
Nazvao sam Parti
and I said, Patty, listen.
i rekao sam Pati, slušaj,
I know that your mother knows everything about Amway,
znam da tvoja majka zna sve o Enveju,
but I want you to do me a favor.
a želio bi da mi napraviš uslugu.
Ask your mother to come upstairs.
Zamoli svoju majku da dođe gore,
You come upstairs
dođi i ti gore
and act as if you don't know anything.
i pravi se ko da pojma nemaš o ničemu.
So it will seem like we have 4 prospects
I tako će se činiti ko da ja imam 4 prospekta
and 4 sponsors.
i 4 sponzora.
So, you know, the time of my sponsors will not be wasted.
Tako da vrijeme mog sponzora neće biti izgubljeno.
So, Patty's mother comes,
I tako je došla majka od Pati.
Patty comes,
Pati je došla,
we start the plan,
počeli smo plan,
everybody was excited.
svi su bili uzbuđeni.
Actually,
U stvari,
Patty's mother, Maria,
Patijina majka Marija
she got so excited,
toliko se je uzbudila
she signed up on the spot.
da se istu večer upisala.
At that right moment,
Točno u tom trenutku.
she was the very first person I ever signed
Ona je bila prva osoba koju sam ikad upisao
in my Amway career.
u mojoj MV karijeri.
And you know what happened?
I znate šta se dogodilo?
What Patty told me
Ono što mi je Pati bila rekla
was wrong.
je bilo krivo.
Because her parents did Amway 20 years ago.
Jer njeni roditelji su radili MV prije 20 godina.
She was very, very young.
Bila je vrlo, vrlo mlada.
They had to leave to Brazil.
Morali su otići u Brazil.
There was no Amway in Brazil.
U Brazilu nije bilo MV-a.
So they they just didn't renew.
I tako jednostavno nisu obnovili članstvo.
She didn't know anything about it,
Ona nije znala ništa o tome,
but of course when I mentioned the name Amway,
ali naravno kad sam ja spomenuo ime MV,
she was the first one to offer
ona je bila prva koja mi je ponudila
her expert opinion.
njeno pod navodnicima stručno mišljenje.
You'll have thousands of people ready to offer you their expert opinion.
Imat ćete tisuće ljudi koji će vam nuditi njihova u navodnicima stručna mišljenja.
I'm sure that most of you have people that have given you their expert opinion, right?
Siguran sam da većina od vas je imala takve ljude.
And the truth is
A istina je
that she didn't know anything about it.
da ona nije imala pojma o tom.
The truth is
A istina je
that she could have stolen
da je mogla imati ukraden,
the opportunity of my life.
da je mogla meni ukrast mogućnost mog života.
She didn't do it because she hated me.
Ona to nije napravila zato što me mrzila,
She did it because she loved me.
ona je napravila to zato što me voljela.
She was my friend.
Bila je moja prijateljica.
Now, you will have friends like this.
I vi ćete imati takve prijatelje.
Don't blame them.
Nemojte ih kriviti.
That's the pure nature of people.
To je čista priroda ljudi.
This is how people react.
Tako ljudi reagiraju.
But just because they react this way,
Ali samo zbog toga što reagiraju na takav način,
don't let them steal your dream.
ne dajte da vam ukradu vaše snove.
Now, I was building the business. I was listening to a lot of tapes.
I tako, ja sam počeo graditi posao, slušao sam puno kazeta.
Tapes really made the difference.
Kazete su stvarno činile razliku,
But I had another obstacle to overcome.
ali imao sam još jednu prepreku koju sam morao savladati.
I had to inform my father.
Nisam informirao svog oca.
I had to tell my father what I found.
Morao sam reći svom ocu što sam ja pronašao.
To tell you the truth, I was afraid
Da vam kažem istinu, bilo me je strah.
because my father is very choleric, very intense
Zato
person.
što je moj otac jako kolerična osoba, vrlo intenzivan je.
He's a traditional businessman,
On je baš tradicionalan biznismen.
you know, with buildings and employees and machinery.
Znate ono, standardno sa građevinama, sa zaposlenima, sa mašinerijom.
And I didn't know how he would react to this new concept.
I ja nisam znao kako će on reagirati na taj novi
But
koncept.
I had to tell him
Ali morao sam mu reći.
because I had taken the decision to go back to Hellas to start this business.
Zato što sam odlučio da ću se vratiti nazad u Grčku i početi taj posao.
So one day I listened to one of my favorite tapes,
Tako jednog dana slušao sam jednu od svojih omiljenih kazeta
The Diamond Mine by Bob Andrews.
od Bob Andrewsa, Dijamantsko razmišljanje.
I said, I'm a diamond.
I rekao sam si, ja sam dijamant.
And I called my father.
I nazvao sam oca.
Dad,
Tata.
Tata, listen, I found what we were looking for.
Slušaj, našao sam ono što mi tražimo.
No kidding.
Nemoj se šaliti.
Really?
Stvarno?
Great, well done, my son.
Super, bravo, sine moj.
What is it?
O čem se radi?
It's an unbelievable opportunity.
To je nevjerovatna mogućnost.
In 2 to 5 years,
U 2 do 5 godina
I will have financial freedom.
imat ću financijsku slobodu.
I will have time freedom.
Imat ću vremensku slobodu.
You can't imagine, I'm so excited.
Ne možeš si ni zamisliti koliko sam uzbuđen.
Great, this is very good.
Super, sine.
So it's computers, right?
Znači, o kompjuterima se radi, jel tako?
No.
Ne.
No?
Ne.
What do you mean no?
Kako misliš ne?
What is it about?
Pa o čem se onda radi?
Well, it's marketing. It's marketing. It's a new concept of marketing.
O marketingu se radi, to je jedan novi koncept marketinga.
What do you know about marketing?
Pa šta ti znaš o marketingu?
Well, listen, there is a company coming into Hellas to start a new marketing concept.
Slušaj, dolazi jedna kompanija u Grčku da počne novi koncept marketinga.
Oh, and you are going to do the computer system?
I ti ćeš raditi kompjuterski sistem?
No.
Ne.
Yes, but what are you going to do?
Da, šta ćeš raditi?
Listen, it's a new concept. It's network marketing.
Slušaj, to je novi koncept, to je network marketing.
It's a new concept for distributing products.
To je novi sistem za distribuciju proizvoda.
Now,
Sad,
when you mention the word distribution
kada spomenete riječ distribucija,
to a traditional businessman,
klasičnom biznismenu,
what does he understand?
bez obzira da li on to razumije,
Trucks,
On razumije kamione,
products,
proizvodi
and driving all over Hellas to deliver the products.
i onda da se vozite po cijeloj Grčkoj i da isporučujete proizvode.
That's distribution to a traditional businessman,
To je
right?
ono što distribucija znači klasičnom biznismenu.
So he says, excuse me, you're going to distribute the products?
I onda mi on rekao, čekaj, ti ćeš distribuirati proizvode,
You're going to have trucks and
Ti ćeš
load the
imat-
products on the trucks?
kamione, utovarivat ćeš proizvode na kamione.
No. Dad, no, you don't understand. You don't
Joj,
understand.
tata, niš ne razumiješ.
It's a different concept. I cannot understand it. I cannot explain it to you over the phone.
To je drugačiji koncept, ja ti to ne mogu objasniti preko telefona.
Now, my father was a little bit worried, let me tell you.
E sad, da vam iskreno kažem, moj otac se malo zabrinuo.
He said, listen, what is the name of the company?
On je rekao, slušaj, kako se zove ta kompanija?
The name of the company is Amway.
Ime kompanije Amway.
What?
Kako?
Oh, it's Amway. It's a multi-billion, multinational company.
To je Amway, to je multinacionalna, multibilionska kompanija.
Listen, don't you dare do anything at all.
Slušaj, da se nisi usudio ništa raditi.
I'm gonna search about this
Ja ću
Amway
to
thing.
istražiti tu Amway stvar.
When do they start here in Hellas?
Kada oni počinju ovdje u Grčkoj?
They start March 96.
Počinju u 3. mjesecu 96.
I'm going tomorrow to find out what is going on.
Ja ću istražiti šta se tu događa.
Anyway, I hung up the phone.
U svakom slučaju poklopio
I
sam
was
slušalicu i bio sam totalno strgan.
You know, I didn't make it. I didn't try. I didn't understand. I didn't explain the business to my father.
Nisam rastumačio posao svom ocu.
So after a while, my mother calls me.
I tako nakon nekog vremena nazove me majka.
What did you say to your father?
Šta si rekao svom ocu?
He left his office.
On je napustio svoj ured.
He's looking for a company.
Traži kompaniju.
Next day, my father calls me.
Sljedeći dan me nazove moj otac.
Don't you dare do anything.
Da se nisi ništa usudio raditi.
I went to the Chamber of Commerce.
Išao sam u ministarstvo.
Okay. I went to the American Embassy.
Otišao sam u američku ambasadu.
Nobody knows about this Amway.
Nitko ne zna o tom Amwayu.
Dad, listen, you don't understand.
Tata, slušaj, ne shvaćaš.
Amway is a multi-billion, multinational company.
Amway je multibilionska, multinacionalna kompanija.
It hasn't started yet in Hellas.
Još nisu počeli u Grčkoj.
Listen, somebody has told you lies. Don't you dare. Nothing is going to happen here.
Slušaj, netko ti je lagao, ništa se neće ovdje u Grčkoj dogoditi.
How could I explain to him? How could I convince him?
Kak da mu ja to objasnim, kak da ga uvjerim?
As if that wasn't enough,
I sad, ne samo da to nije još bilo dovoljno,
I decided to expand my business, which was by then 4 persons,
već sam ja još odlučio svoj posao proširiti, koji se sastoji u tom trenutku od 4 osobe,
into other parts of the US.
u druge dijelove Amerike.
I had an uncle called Aris,
Imao sam ujaka koji se zvao Aris.
and he was a very close friend to my father.
I on je bio vrlo blizak prijatelj mog oca.
He lived there for 20 years,
Tamo je živio 20 godina.
and he helped us when I went for the very first time in the US.
I pomogao je meni kada sam ja prvi put došao u Ameriku.
So I called him.
I tako sam ga ja nazvao.
I say, Aris,
I rekao sam mu, Aris,
I'm starting my own business with an American company.
počinjem svoj vlastiti posao sa američkom kompanijom.
This is great. Well done.
To je super, bravo.
Computers, right?
Kompjuter, jel tako?
No.
Ne.
Oh, so what is it about?
Pa o čem se onda radi?
Well, it's a kind of a network marketing concept.
To je, recimo, jedna vrsta mrežnog marketinga.
Really? And what is the name of the company?
O, stvarno? I koje je ime kompanije?
Oh, the name of the company is Amway.
O, ime kompanije Amway.
For 2 minutes, silence.
2 minute potpuna tišina.
Ari?
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 After 2 minutes, I hear this.
Nakon 2 minute čuo sam ovo.
Oh no, my son.
O ne, moj
Don't do
sine.
this, please. Don't do this.
Molim te, nemoj to radit.
Don't
nemoj
destroy
to
your
radit.
future.
Nemoj si uništiti svoju
Oh
budućnost.
my God.
O moj Bože.
Aris, what do you know about Amway?
Aris, pa šta ti znaš o Amwayu?
Your aunt tried to do Amway 2 years ago.
Tvoja ujna je pokušala s Amwayom prije 2 godine.
An idiot came and took her to a business meeting.
Neki idiot je došao i otpeljao je na neki poslovni
I don't know
sastanak.
what happened there.
Ne znam što se tam dogodilo.
There were people, thousands of people jumping all around.
Bilo je 1000 ljudi koji su skakali.
And your aunt got excited.
I tvoja ujna se uzbudila,
She got a kit, a box with products back home.
donijela je neku kutiju s proizvodima doma.
We lost her for 2 weeks.
2 tjedna smo ju izgubili.
She was knocking on doors,
Kucala je po vratima,
trying to sell products.
pokušala je prodat proizvode
Only 2 people signed
i
up.
samo 2 ljudi se upisalo.
And that was because they owed us money.
I to je zato što su trebali novac.
She didn't make any money.
Ona nije zaradila ništa novca.
You will destroy your career.
Uništit ćeš si karijeru.
You've done a master's degree. You have a master's degree.
Pa imaš diplomu.
Don't do this, please.
Nemoj to radit, molim te.
Aris, listen, I understand that you haven't understood the concept.
Aris, shvatio sam da nisi uopće shvatio koncept.
Okay, we need to talk sometime. I'll explain it to you.
Ok, slušaj, moramo razgovarati, jednom budem ti ja to objasnio.
What my aunt did was not correct.
Ono što moja ujna je radila, to nije bilo ispravno.
But listen, could you do me a favor?
Ali slušaj, jel mi možeš napraviti uslugu?
Don't tell anything to my father.
Nemoj reći ništa mom ocu.
Because he's a little bit upset, you know.
Zato jer znaš, on je malo uznemiren.
What? Your father doesn't know? Okay, bye.
Znači, tvoj otac ne zna za to. Ok, bog.
He hangs up the phone.
Poklopio je telefon.
After 2 minutes, my phone rings.
Nakon 2 minute zvoni meni telefon.
I pick up the phone.
Podignem slušalicu. Vangeli.
That was my father.
Naravno, to je bio moj otac.
Don't you dare do anything.
Da se nisi usudio ništa raditi.
Your uncle Aris called me.
Upravo me zvao tvoj urak Aris.
In the beginning, I thought it was the mafia.
U početku sam mislio da je mafija.
Now I know it's a cult.
Sad znam da je kult.
Sect.
Sekta.
Your uncle Aris knows.
Tvoj ujak Aris zna.
This is true. What I'm telling you is true.
Ovo što vam govorim je stvarno istina.
It has actually happened.
To se stvarno dogodilo.
So I said to my father, listen, Dad, whatever you say, I'm coming back to Hellas. I'm going to build this business. You haven't understood anything.
Ok, tako ja kažem svom ocu, slušaj tata, bez obzira što ti kažeš, ja se vraćam nazad u Grčku i počinjem s tim poslom u Grčkoj.
Amway is a multi-billion, multinational company.
Amway je multinacionalna, multibilionska kompanija.
I have people who support me.
Imam ljude koji me podupiru.
And I'm going to build a huge business.
I ja ću izgraditi velik posao.
Now, I sounded like I believed it.
Tako, zvučao sam kao da vjerujem u to.
But it took a lot of effort and a lot of power, psychological power, to say something like that to my father.
Ali trebalo je puno truda i puno psihološke snage da nešto takvo kažem svom ocu.
I had also called some of my friends, especially Thanasis,
Isto sam tako nazvao neke svoje prijatelje, posebno Tanasisa,
to prepare them about the business.
da ga pripremim za posao.
I was sending emails.
Slao sam e-mailove.
I am coming. Get ready.
Dolazim, spremi se.
Answer. Get ready for what?
Dolazi odgovor, da se spremim za šta?
We're going to make a lot of money.
Zaradit ćemo puno novca.
I'm telling you just one thing.
Kažem ti samo jednu stvar.
Get ready.
Spremi se.
That's all.
To je sve.
So I decided to go back to Hellas.
I tako sam ja odlučio vratiti se
My
nazad u
father was
Grčku.
calling me every day.
Moj otac me zvao svaki
You
dan.
know,
Znate
Don't
već,
do anything.
nemoj niš radit.
His favorite expression was, I will hang you by your tongue.
Njegova omiljena izreka bila je objestit ću te za jezik.
My mother called me.
Moja majka me nazvala.
Said, what are you doing to your father?
Rekla je, sine, ma šta radiš svom ocu?
Don't you have any respect?
Zar nemaš nikakvog poštovanja?
Your father can't sleep at night.
Tvoj otac ne može spavat noćima.
He thinks you're in a cult.
Misli da si u kultu.
Your uncle Aris called us.
Tvoj ujak Aris nas je zvao.
So about 2 days before I went back to Hellas,
I tako 2 dana prije nego što sam se vratio u Grčku,
I get a phone call.
dobijem telefonski poziv.
I pick up the phone.
Podignem slušalicu.
Vangelis.
Vangelis.
My father.
Moj otac, naravno.
I said, yes, Dad, what is it?
Rekao sam, da, tata, reci.
What is it this time?
Šta je sada?
He said, you're very lucky.
Rekao je, imaš jako veliku sreću.
Oh, really? Yes, why?
O, da, stvarno, reci.
You're very lucky because I have already
Imaš veliku sreću zato što sam već
50 people ready to sign up in your network.
Već imam 50 ljudi koji su spremni da se upišu u tvoju mrežu.
Who is this?
Ko je ovo?
Later on, I found that
Kasnije sam saznao
my father in his effort to research about the business,
Kako je moj otac pokušavao istražiti taj posao,
he called one of his friends called Vasilis.
nazvao je jednog od svojih prijatelja koji se zvao Vasilis.
And he said, listen,
Rekao je, slušaj,
Vasilis, I need your help.
Vasilis, trebam tvoju pomoć.
Vasilis was in a network marketing kind of company.
Vasilis se bavio s nekom kompanijom
And my
mrežnog
father
marketinga
thought that he would know something about Amway.
i moj otac je pretpostavljao da će on znati nešto o Amwayu.
Said, sure, Vasilis is the name of my father and Vasilis is the name of his friend, okay?
Vasilis je ime i mog oca i njegovog prijatelja.
Lot of Vasilis.
Puno Vasilisa.
Okay, so he said, okay, sure, I can help you. What's going on?
Rekao je, mogu ti pomoći, o čem se radi?
Listen, I'm losing my son.
Rekao je, slušaj, gubim svog sina.
Is he sick? What?
Zar je bolestan?
No, he's in a cult.
Rekao je, ne, on je u kultu.
He's in a cult?
On je u kultu?
Yes, I don't know what to do. I need you to come over to my office.
Da, joj, ne znam šta da napravim, molim te ako možeš doći u moj ured.
So Vasilis comes
I tako Vasilis dođe
to his office.
u njegov ured,
He says, listen,
kaže, slušaj,
I don't know who,
ne znam tko,
I don't know how,
ne znam kako,
but my son,
a moj sin,
somebody has talked to my son,
netko je razgovarao s mojim sinom
and they have convinced him that he will be totally free.
i uvjerili su ga da će biti potpuno slobodan
And I don't know what I'm going to do with. It's an American
i
company.
ne znam šta da radim s njim. To je neka američka firma.
Oh, really?
O, stvarno?
What kind of an American company?
Kakva to američka firma?
He says network marketing.
Kaže, mrežni marketing.
Do you know anything about it?
Jel znaš nešto o tome?
What is the name of the company?
Sam ti meni reci kako se zove kompanija.
Yes, the name of the company is Amway.
Ok, ime kompanije je Amway.
Amway?
Amway!
No kidding.
Nemoj se šalit!
Yes, do you know Amway?
A to je Amway, ti poznaš Amway?
Of course I know
Pa
Amway.
naravno da ja poznam Amway.
Are you joking?
Šališ se?
You call yourself a businessman and you don't know Amway?
Ti sebe zoveš biznismenom i ne znaš za Amway?
Amway is a multi-billion multinational company.
Amway je multinacionalna, multibilionska kompanija.
You don't know it?
I ti ne znaš za nju.
So my father goes,
I tako moj otac samo otvori usta i nije znao kaj bi rekao.
of course I knew.
I na kraju kaže, pa naravno,
I had
da znam.
total confidence in my son.
Imam totalno povjerenje u svog sina.
And by the way,
I usput,
he told me that he's going to build a huge business.
rekao mi je da će izgraditi veliki
You'd better
posao
work with him.
i bolje ti je da radiš s njim.
I know you have some people ready to sign up, right?
Znam da imaš neke ljude koji su već spremni da se upišu, jel tako?
So my father in his effort to research the business,
I tako moj otac u svojim nastojanjima da istraži
he
posao
found so much more than I did.
je saznao puno više nego što sam ja.
And after he found out what Amway was,
I nakon što je saznao šta je Amway,
he got convinced.
se uvjerio.
He now is one of my warmest supporters.
Znate, on je danas jedan od mojih najtoplijih podupiratelja.
And the fact that he's not waiting for his heirs,
I činjenica da ne čeka...
of his, the people who are coming after him to get the business.
Znači, činjenica to da ne čeka svoje nasljednike,
You know, and he doesn't wait for us to continue the business.
da ne čeka od nas da nastavimo njegov posao,
So he has sold his business,
prodao je svoj posao
and now he's free.
i sada je slobodan.
Now I started building the business when I came back to Hellas.
I tako kada sam se vratio u Grčku,
One last thing I want to tell you
nastavio sam graditi
is
posao.
my first plan in Hellas.
I zadnje što vam želim reći je moj prvi plan u Grčkoj.
Thanasis was there.
Panasis je bio tamo.
You know, the get ready.
Znate ono, spremi se.
So I started showing the plan.
I tako ja počnem pokazivati plan.
1 hour and 45 minutes.
1 sat i 45 minuta.
Good plan.
Odličan plan.
I was enthusiastic.
Bio sam entuzijastičan.
We're going to make a lot of money.
Zaradit ćemo puno novca.
And they started swearing at me.
I oni su počeli psovati meni.
You are an idiot.
Ti si idiot.
Actually, they didn't use the word idiot.
U biti nisu koristili riječ idiot,
But, okay, let's use this word.
ali ajmo koristiti tu riječ.
Okay, you're an idiot.
Ok, ti si idiot.
How do you expect this to work?
Kako očekuješ da ovo funkcionira?
I can't imagine that you spend my time.
Ne mogu vjerovati da si potrošio moje vrijeme.
This will never work.
Ovo nikad neće
It
funkcionirati.
might work with the Americans,
Možda u Americi,
but we are different.
ali mi smo drugačiji.
The products,
Proizvodi.
forget it.
Zaboravi.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Ništa se neće dogoditi.
Thanasis
Thanasis
convinced everybody else and everybody else left.
je sve uvjerio u to i svi su otišli.
But I gave him an info pack.
Ali dali su mu info paket.
So next day I went to his home,
I tako idućeg dana dolazim ja do njega,
uninvited.
nepozvan,
I knock on his door,
pokucam na njegova vrata,
I get in,
uđem
and I tell him, what are we going to do about the business?
i
He
kažem, ok, šta ćemo mi sad napraviti s poslom?
said, listen,
Kažem, slušaj,
I'm your friend.
ja sam tvoj prijatelj.
We decided that we're going to build the business together.
Odlučili smo da ćemo zajedno izgraditi posao.
Now this business,
Sad, taj posao
it will never work,
nikad neće funkcionirati.
but you're my friend.
Ali ti si moj prijatelj.
So I will join you
Tako da ja ću ti se
so that I will
pridružiti,
prove to you that this business will never work.
tako da ti dokažem da taj posao ne funkcionira.
Okay?
Ok?
I said, suits me, no problem.
Ja sam rekao, meni odgovara, nema problema.
Sign here, press hard.
Potpiši se tu, stisni jako.
Today,
Danas,
Thanasis
Thanasis
is Founders Platinum.
je founder Platina,
He's also an executive platinum.
također je i izvršna Platina.
He's got an emerald underneath.
I ima ispod sebe smaragda,
He's got an emerald downline.
koji ima ispod sebe smaragda
And he has around 20 platinums.
i ima u svom poslu oko 20 platina.
I hope
Nadam se
that all your friends
da svi vaši prijatelji
will prove to you
će i vama dokazat
the way that Thanasis proved to me
na način na koji je Thanasis dokazivao meni
that this business doesn't work.
da ovaj posao ne funkcionira.
The rest is history.
Ostalo je povijest.
And you know something?
I znate li što?
Most of the diamonds that I've heard,
Većina dijamanata za koje sam ja čuo,
of the 60 tapes, of the 60 minutes of the tape,
sa 60 minuta kazete,
55 minutes
55 minuta
is how they started.
pričaju o tom kako su oni počeli.
What was their first no?
Šta je ono što su prvo saznali,
How was their first plan?
kakav je bio njihov prvi plan,
What did their parents say?
šta su njihovi roditelji
What did their
rekli,
friends say?
šta su njihovi prijatelji
What
rekli,
obstacles they had to overcome?
koje su morali prepreke savladati.
And when they took the decision,
I kada su se odlučili,
okay, we went emerald then diamond.
ok, onda smo postali smaragdi i dijamanti.
But 55 minutes
A u 55 minuta
is, you know, the first 1 or 2 months.
pričaju prvih mjesec dana ili
The
2
rest is
mjeseca.
gone.
Ostalo pričaju onih 5 minuta.
Most of you
Većina vas
have had their first no.
ste prošli onaj početak.
Most of you know what your family or your close relatives think.
Većina vas znate šta vaša familija i vaši prijatelji misle.
Most of you
Većina vas
have written already
ste već napisali
55 minutes of your diamond story.
55 minuta vaše dijamantne priče.
The only thing you have to do is write the 5 more minutes.
Sve što još trebate napraviti je napisati zadnjih 5 minuta.
Your story is ready. 55 minutes, it's already here.
Vaša priča je spremna, 55 minuta je već tu.
The fact that you are here, it means that you have survived.
Činjenica da ste ovdje znači da ste preživjeli.
The only thing you have to do is take the decision,
Jedino što još trebate se odlučiti,
take your life in your hands,
uzmite život u svoje ruke
and go diamond.
i postanite dijamanti.
You can do it.
Vi
Believe
to
me.
možete uraditi.
Last thing.
Zadnja stvar.
My uncle Aris
Moj ujak Aris
came back to Hellas
se vratio nazad u Grčku
and he apologized to me.
i ispričao mi se.
He said, I'm sorry, that's all I knew.
Rekao je, žao mi je, to je sve što sam ja znao.
You know, I think that the most important thing that I've got from this business
Znate, ja mislim da najvažnija stvar koju sam dobio od ovog posla
is the fact that I can do something
je činjenica da mogu uraditi nešto
that I never had the opportunity to do when my father was a businessman.
što nikad nisam mogao uraditi kada je moj otac bio biznismen.
We never could do it. Never.
Nikad to nismo mogli uraditi.
And both me and Joanne,
I oba dvoje, i ja i Joanne,
we missed that a lot.
puno smo propustili.
Do you know what was that?
Znate li što je to?
Eating with our families every lunch.
Jest ručak s našom familijom svaki
That's all we
dan.
wanted.
To je sve što smo željeli.
Thank you for listening to me.
Hvala što ste me slušali.
Next time,
Sljedeći
I'm going
put-
to be here.
Kada ću biti ovdje,
I'm going to talk to you about the Amway goblins.
Govorit ću vama o Amway
Amway
Goblins.
Goblins.
O Amway Goblina.
Remember that. Amway Goblins next time.
Sjetite se toga, Amway Goblins sljedeći put.
Hvala.
Hvala.
Bye.